Daniel!
There. Dear Principal Skinner, Blair faculty, parents, and students, I want to start off by to acknowledge the faculty and administration for investing in our lives to help us achieve this critical milestone, our high school education. Personally, I would like to thank my parents, Dr. and Mrs. Ponton, for all their love, determination, and most of all, their support for my academic endeavors. My grandparents came all the way from Chicago to be here, and I'd like to thank you, Mormon and Papa. I would also like to acknowledge my girlfriend, Kirsten Haight, for her unwavering support and her great friendship. And lastly, I would like to thank all my friends who have been so great to me and shared with me lifelong memories. That includes you, Jeremy, Bubba, and Sky. All right, and with that, I would like to address my fellow students, the graduating class of 2011. In the words of any other graduation speaker, we've all made it, yes. But not all of us obtain the same results, nor do we all have the same goal. We could look back at Blair and see merely a concrete building that gave us Saturday school and enforced a dress code involving khaki pants in one way or another. Or, on the other hand, we could see Blair as the beginning of our careers beyond education, as a stepping stone to our future. But whether or not we are successful does not depend on the surroundings or the situations we face, but rather on our attitude and our pursuit of success. Our future and our situation can only be determined by the attitude we have and the goals we set. If we never came to class on time, ignored every assignment, disregarded our responsibilities as students completely, or in other words, contracted senioritis 4 years earlier, none of us would be here right now. The reason we've made it this far is because we found somewhere inside us a motivation. We had a goal and we stuck to it. Our success is molded by our capacity to not only set an objective, but to believe that we can do it. I'm reminded of the kid who used his skill to create a social network in college. He then envisioned that his social network could be used in every college. In fact, the majority of us in this room use that social network on a daily basis. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg envisioned Facebook and made it happen. Despite the controversy surrounding its conception, Zuckerberg transformed Facebook from an idea into a reality, and it continues to grow because of his vision. To him, it did not start with the question of how much money he could make, but rather with an idea that could impact how people communicated with each other. He believed in that idea, and now most of us do as well. Attitude determines what we do with our circumstances, which means attitude has a lot to do with how we think. Our thoughts, our ideas, can take us to reach a different and better place. Let us develop ideas that reflect our positive attitude and that change our world for the better. But having the right attitude is not only about how we think of our situation. The right attitude is also about being the right person. I remember in 10th grade when my brother Gable would run around the Blair football game screaming his head off wearing a green felt, gray fur, and a Viking helmet trying to look like some sort of mascot. When I asked him why he was so enthusiastic about our football program, which, incidentally, did not have the greatest record in our conference, he simply told me that the only way to create spirit was to be spirit. To be honest, his face paint and little plastic hammer made football games that much more enjoyable, and I know that the crowd felt the same. My brother showed me that it is not about finding the right group of kids to show group spirit. When you embody what you believe in, other people follow. The right attitude is about how you think, and it is about who you are. And lastly, having an optimistic attitude helps us persevere. In the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo, the motto was that the most important thing in the Olympic Games is not to win, but to take part. Just as the most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. The essential thing is to have fought well. Let us expect the best, even when times are tough. This means, of course, that a positive attitude must be nurtured by faith. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that all the times will be great and that smiling is the solution to all your problems, because that's not reality. The reality is that there will be tough times, and our goals will become hard to achieve. But as Scripture tells us, we also have joy with our troubles, because we know that these troubles produce patience, and patience produces character, and character produces hope. The right attitude is about thinking, it is about being, and it is about persevering. And so, my fellow classmates, wherever you are headed, whether that be more school, the military, or work. Remember that you will go as far as your attitude will take you. Let us resolve and think about our circumstances with the right attitude. Let us resolve to be the right person with the people around us. And let us resolve to persevere with hope in God. And may God bless the graduating class of 2011, and may God bless America. Thank you.
Yeah! That's my boy!
Good morning.
Good morning.
To Superintendent Diaz, board members,